And it looks like we're live. Yes. Yes, we are live. Good. All right. Thought I'd do another one of these live streams because I've been busy and I haven't had a chance to update and do like a video recording. But here I am. Doing one because I haven't been busy enough to pick up new fragrances, and I guess I haven't been patient enough to wait. I said I was going to do all my unboxings and first impressions live, but I lied, and that's the nature of human beings. We lie to ourselves more than we care to admit, and I'm admitting it right now. Cheers. So it's Saturday night, you say, and I'm at home. That's because I've already been out and it's already late. So there we go. Let's kick off because I don't want to spend too much time waffling on about why I don't make videos regularly. There's reasons for that. Life happens and work happens and you get busy, and this isn't really my main thing to do. I've got other things to do during the day and at night as well. But I still need to manage that time a little bit better and find some time to actually make these videos. So I have got almost 11, and I've titled this video Almost 11 Fragrances that I've picked up recently because it would have been 11. I've got 10. I lied again. There you go. It would have been 11, but one of them broke in transit, and that's the one I'll start off with, I guess. So my first set, I mean, I've not actually had any L'Artisan Parfumer fragrances. I don't have any from that house. But I have smelled many. None of them have really impressed me so much. So I thought, except for Timbuktu, which I really like, and Zonka, which is one of my favorites as well, but not enough to really pick up a full bottle. Nothing really that special about it. But when something came up and I thought, okay, well, I can get 3 small bottles, and Timbuktu is in there as well. And they're the old bottle styles, which I really like. I don't like the newer sort of darker sort of green. Looks like an old wine bottle. Anyway, the person who sent it had packed it all really well. They all came in the one box, and the other 2 bottles in that pack survived, but Timbuktu was smashed to bits. The box smelled really nice. I must say, because it smelled like Timbuktu, it smelled really nice. But it didn't survive, and hence why I have a spare cap from there you go. Nice little gold cap. Nice hefty weight to it as well. Got a spare cap for L'Artisan Parfumer. And I honestly didn't know too much about the other 2 fragrances in this 3-pack. So it was a bit of a surprise to me that I would like them as much as I did, and I've been wearing them quite a bit, surprisingly. And the one that surprised me even more so was this one right here. I better get the fingerprints off it. This one right here. This is called, what's it called? It's called L'Eau de Hombre Extreme by L'Artisan Parfumer. Now, this one, it's so nice. They're all Bertrand Duchaufour sort of creations. Man, this gives me like an almost what's that opening? Do you remember those pink musk sort of sticks? Like they were candies for kids. They were like pink musky sort of sticks, not candies for kids. It wasn't chewy jelly or anything like that. I don't know what they were called, but that's what the opening of this really reminds me of, and it kind of dries down. It's got a bit of that Shalimar vanilla in there as well, which I really like. But it's not as heavy. It's much more done more lightly, and the whole thing is an experience. And that's what I'm finding with both of these L'Artisans and the Timbuktu, which I have previously, tried out and tested a number of times, is that you go through a journey. These fragrances move, they tell a story, and this one is not really, I wouldn't call it really an amber fragrance, because I don't really smell too much amber, ambergris, labdanum, whatever you want to call it. I don't get too much of it in there. No, but again, I really do enjoy wearing this. This is so nice, and it actually has quite a good amount of performance in it as well. Longevity is pretty good. I've sprayed this on myself. I've sprayed it on someone else as well, just to test it, and they went away for a full day, and then they came back, and I could still smell it on them. So the longevity in there is pretty cool. So that's the first one. This is L'Hombre Extreme by L'Artisan Parfumeur. And we'll go on to the next one, which is another L'Artisan Parfumeur, which I like even more than that one. And that is this one right here. This is Mon Numero 10, or 10, if you want to say it in French. And the 10. Mon Numero 10. Or 10, or 10. Fuck it. All right. My number 10. And the lid's a bit... You hear that? It's a bit wobbly, but this has got a bit of like this rubbery sort of element, but like a really nice, those white erasers, they have like a little bit of a smell. Some of them actually came scented, but it kind of has that sort of scent to it, and it dries down to opium pour homme. There's like the Tolu balsam sort of dry down, and I don't see Tolu balsam in the note listing for this, so it's a bit weird as to why and how they kind of end up smelling so similar. I did a side by side for this as well, so I know what I'm talking about. That one actually came off a bit more sharper and in your face in the dry down than this one did. Was more aerated and a bit lighter in touch, and a bit more feminine leaning as well, and I thought it was really nicely done, and I absolutely adore this. And these two are both 30 ml bottles, right? They're both 30 ml bottles, and I can see myself going through them pretty bloody quickly. I'm really loving these, so I'm questioning why I never actually got into L'Artisan as a house until now, but better late than never. All right, let's move on to the next one, number 3, technically number 4, because I talked about Timbuktu before, but next one that I got sent was this little sample right here, Citrus Buttikanga. Citrus Buttikanga. Now, where are we with Citrus Buttikanga? This one, I'm going to have to look up the notes because I can't remember this. Oh, this one was with the chili pepper. That's right. Citruses and chili pepper and vetiver in the base. This is a tiny sample that kind of looks like this. Okay. I'm not going to... How many do I have left? I did 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have enough space to spray all of these on me right now. So I'm going to have to improvise. And okay, I found some card, and I found the card, and this is the card that I found. It is a card that's describing the new Goldfield Banks fragrance called Purple Suede, which I will talk about later. But for now, this is going to be my tester strip. So I'm going to do a bit of arts and crafts right now, because this is good enough card, isn't it? Some high quality card that I have here. It's like play school. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Goldfield Banks. Your fragrances have come in handy yet again. Okay, let's give it a bit of a squeeze. Ooh-wee. Citrus Buttikanga. That's the one we're talking about right now, by Maison Crivelli. Ooh-wee. You certainly get a bit of tartness here from like rhubarb. Bergamot, very bright in the opening, as it would be on a card. And so one of the things that you probably need to take into consideration when you test things on a card is that the opening of the fragrance is going to last longer. It's going to be more prominent, more present, whereas your skin would just eat this shit up and it wouldn't last as long. And it would move directly to the mids and then into the base quite quickly. This on a card would probably take longer to get into the mids, and you probably get more of that perfumer's alcohol sort of blast along with it as well. You can definitely get some pomelo or like unripened sort of grapefruit in here as well. Cardamom to spice things up. Everyone gets chili pepper out of this. I don't really get chili pepper from here. There's nothing really giving me a chili pepper vibe. But I do remember when I did spray this on skin, I did get more chili pepper being pronounced. So maybe it's just not coming up on the card itself. Yeah, I didn't get too much great longevity out of this either. But it's a pleasant smell, and it smells very natural. It smells very nice as well. I don't really know when or where you would wear something like this, because like it seems like it's a very fun and summertime, daytime kind of smell. But the chili pepper in here might give it enough of a spice kick for you to be wearing it on a summer's night or something like that. Pretty cool. I'll come back to that. Better be scientific about this and write these things down, because I'm going to end up with like 20 million different cards and I don't know what's on what. So this one was Citrus Buttikanga by Maison Crivelli. All right, let me Citrus Buttikanga. I have, look at my handwriting. Look at my handwriting. Look at it. There you go. How about that? I should have been a doctor with handwriting like that. That would have qualified me for medical school. Okay, that's that one. I'm going to let that sit a little bit while I go on to the next one. And the next one is another sort of freshie. It's another sort of sample right here. It is Pomelo Riviera by Atelier Des Ors. Now, this is only a small 2.5 ml sample. So there's no gold flakes in this particular bottle. This is the house that puts gold flakes in their bottles. So if you get a big bottle of this, there will be gold flakes. There will be gold flakes inside the bottle. So, you know, you might even, once you're finished with your fragrance, crack open the bottle, squish together all the gold flakes and sell it if the price of gold has gone up. Okay, this one I do remember, and I do remember it because it smelled very, very much like something else that I've got. And I'll tell you what that is in a second. But yeah, I'm going to spray this on the card again. Maybe I should write that down first. Pomelo Riviera. Pomelo Riviera, that's the one. Okay, here. Much better atomizer on this little guy. It's all over my hand. This has got probably the most realistic and natural smelling pomelo / grapefruit scent that I've ever smelled. Tons better than Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Forever. Tons better than Hermès' H24. It knocks that scent out of the park. I love pomelo. Pomelo, different to grapefruit. I don't know. It probably can be used interchangeably, but I've seen the difference. So there's actual pomelo, which I had the best pomelos I've had are in China, funnily enough, And this is that. It's juicy. It's juicy. It's a bitter citric. It's not sweet. It's so realistic. It's like a photorealistic pomelo right here, and it's just summertime vibes. It's very much fun. But lurking in the background is this mineralic, sort of aquatic, watery kind of note. And for the life of me, I was like, what is that? What is that? The pomelo actually disappeared. The pomelo disappears pretty quickly. All right, fantastic. Maybe remnants of it you can smell an hour later, but for the most part, it's gone within like 20 to 30 minutes, okay, on skin. On this card, it's going to hang around for a bit longer. But then what's going to happen is it's going to turn into a slightly higher quality version of, surprise, this will surprise everybody, a slightly higher quality version of CK2 for him. That's right, CK2 for him. The little one with the, I've got it somewhere over there in the wardrobe, but it's that one with that sort of almost like a test tube kind of looking bottle, and it sits upside down in its base, and it's been discontinued, and I've talked about in previous videos about how much I like it, how much I think it's a fantastic summertime scent, and how long it lasts. This is no different. It lasted a full 24 hours. I could smell it on my skin 24 hours later. It was amazing. But would I pay like $200 plus, $300 plus dollars for a bottle just for that pomelo opening? I'm gonna have to think about it. But maybe in the summertime you might get a better performance from it, because you know this is really a summertime scent. And I've been wearing it in the cold weather, so it doesn't make sense, and it's not fair. Oh god, but that opening is so cool. But yeah, this one really like. Whoa, tough one. Full bottle worthy, maybe in the summer, maybe if I get a yacht, this would be the fragrance I would keep in my yacht. That's the kind of fragrance it is. Okay, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fragrance number 5, 6. Terrible with numbers, which is weird because I work with numbers all the time. Okay, think. Which one should I go next? Which one? Oh, I was gonna do another one, but I can't seem to find it. I may have thrown it away. But someone sent me a sample of Paco Rabanne's Dangerous Me, which I think was released recently. It's a unisex sort of scent, and it's like that overplayed, you know, it's overplayed vanilla. That vanilla tonka bullshit, which I don't really appreciate. It was sweet, it was cloying, it was synthetic, it was crap, and I didn't like it. What's up, Georgie? Yeah, so I was going to try that. I was going to put that in this list as well, but I don't think it's worthwhile even talking about it. Paco Rabanne, Dangerous Me, if you are considering it, or if you see it somewhere for real cheap, that's probably why. Or if you haven't heard of it, there's probably a good reason why you haven't heard of it. It's because it's not that great. Yeah. All right. Boom. What's the next? Oh yeah, this one. This one they were giving away, and I was walking by, and I thought, yeah, give this to me. This is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, but it's the new one that was released last year. This is Ruby Orchid. So let's have a go with this one. And I'm not very hopeful that this is going to be a very great fragrance. Ruby Orchid, and we'll come back and judge their dry downs as well on the card. So let's go ahead and spray this guy on, just like that. Get that shit out of here. Oh my god. Yeah, low quality. sorry, Victor and Rolf lovers, but this is low quality stuff. Like compared to that last one, compared to the Atelier Des Ors, this is low quality garbage, mainstream, or like what one of my friends says, designer dog shit. That's what they say. That's what they call this stuff. DDS. Let's call that shit for short. What's up, dog meat? Callie in the house. Daniel, Pedro. What's happening? Thanks, guys, for joining. It's always good to see people live. But this one I'm so not impressed with, man. It's like it's like a bit of nothing, really. I'm not quite sure what to call this. It's supposed to be peach, but I don't get any peach. Orchid, yeah, I get orchid in here, but orchid's not the greatest sort of floral. And of course, it's gonna dry down to vanilla. Yeah, you guessed it, fucking vanilla. I don't know, like, is vanilla become like the cheapest perfume ingredient or something like that, and you can buy it in bulk and use it for fucking every single fragrance base or something like that? Because it seems to be everywhere now, vanilla. And the funny thing is, I don't think that it's a real vanilla, because if you check out some documentaries about real vanilla, it's extremely difficult and to actually make real vanilla, really good vanilla. Madagascan vanilla, as a matter of fact, it needs to ferment, it needs to be picked by hand. It's a very complicated process to get the right amount of like the beautiful scent that comes with it. And it's in short supply, and it's super expensive. So I don't know how in fragrances we get an overabundance of vanilla, where in the real world, real vanilla is in short supply. Oof. Hell yeah. It probably is worth more than gold. But I don't think this is that vanilla. Definitely not. Yeah, just orchid and vanilla. I get no peach from this at all. I don't know why, but no, nothing. I'm gonna move on. Victor and Rolf don't really impress me. I never really like Spice Bomb. I do like Antidote. If you can ever find Antidote, it's an old fragrance of theirs. It's a fantastic scent, and it's been discontinued. The prices, of course, go up when things like that happen. But like Spice Bomb wasn't my thing. I probably veer towards Bulgari's Man in Black instead, or Man in Black Orient, which is my favorite of that line. And Spice Bomb Extreme, again, I don't know, wasn't my thing. But it's very popular with everybody else. So if you like it, love it, and you can wear the shit out of it, good for you, man. Good for you. I'm gonna cut the next sort of strip here of my makeshift sort of tester strips that I'm making here, so that I don't spray it all over myself here late at night. Get a little bit of a beverage going as well. It is coffee, by the way. I'm not a big drinker, so yeah. It's yes. Oh yeah. Every time I come across like someone who's selling Antidote, they've always got like a little bit left. I'm like, I want to wear it. I don't want to like open the cap and smell it and put it away. Yeah. Oh yeah. What is that? 14 XIX? Is that 14? 14 the sun? XIX the sun. Yeah, Low Blue Dissay. Oh yeah, man. I've got like this much left of my current bottle, so I'll be cracking open my backup bottle, and they're still everywhere. It's been discontinued as far as I know, but I'm sure there's an abundance of stock everywhere, and it's like $20. 19, Jesus, yeah. XIV is 14. XIX is 19. High school. It was a long time ago, high school, so I haven't done anything with Roman numerals since then. I'm not that old. Okay, I am that old. Okay. Moving on. What else do we have? I'm just going to do like the little testers first, and then I'll get to my bigger bottles that I've picked up. Something really fucking special. Something very, very special. It's on my list for 2022, and I got it, and I'm very, very happy about it. So this one came just yesterday. I'll actually show you what this is. This is called Purple Suede by Goldfield and Banks. Purple Suede, it's the new one. It's got, so Goldfield and Banks, if you don't know, is an Australian house, and their gimmick or their thing is that they use at least one note or ingredient that comes from Australian flora and fauna. So it's something that's native Australian, right? And with like, they did the, what's their famous one? Bohemian lime, which had finger lime, which is, you know, native to Australia. They also had like Southern Bloom, which has the Waratah, not the Waratah, sorry, the Baronia, which is a native sort of flower. And this one has got Tasmanian lavender in it. So lavender from Tasmania in this particular fragrance called Purple Suede. Okay, I did write a review. I don't write reviews normally on Fragrantica. I've written 2 reviews on Fragrantica. One is for Christopher Coronis Man. The other one is for Christopher Coronis Christos Woman, because I have those and no one's written a review on those. And I found this one on there. No one had written a review, so I thought I would give everybody the first review of this fragrance because it's just come out. And because I have previously purchased something from them, they offered to send this to me for free. And so thank you, I guess, for to Goldfield and Banks. It was very generous. They didn't need to do that, but they did. And it came pretty quickly. And it's a 2 milliliter sort of sample. And I sprayed it on my arm last night, as a matter of fact. And it smelled like Tom Ford's ombre leather. That's the leather that's in there. But instead of raspberry, you get lavender. Yeah, that opening is unreal. So this clean, suede kind of leather with lavender in there. And then sort of you get a little bit of that Dior Fahrenheit sort of leather in here as well, which kind of gives it like that petroleum vibe without the violet. And I think instead of violet, they've got some other floral in here. Hyssop flowers, something like that. Really good. I really enjoyed this actually, but you know, if you've got ombre leather and you've got ombre leather parfum, and you enjoy that, you will enjoy this. It is a bit more toned down in its leatheriness than that is, but I think I would find this a more wearable version of that. I do. Does sound alright. Let me see. Since 19. What's going on? It sounds like oh, Bon Monsieur. No shit. George, you got a Bon Monsieur, eh? That's a good one. That's yeah, if I had it nearby I'd show you, but isn't that the take of the fougere, the aromatic fougere called Nobile by Gucci? I think that's like probably like the closest thing to it. I think that's that one from Rogue Perfumery, right? They're the ones who are not IFRA compliant. Why not? You know, you love them. Ooh, yep. This one's so good. It lasted pretty good. It projects really well as well, and that was pretty cool. I haven't really been disappointed too much by Goldfield and Banks, which is pretty good considering that they're a fairly sort of young house, a fairly new house, and I think they're finding their feet. But my personal opinion, I think they're pricing themselves a little bit up there because at their price point that they're asking for, I think they're asking like $310 for a bottle of Purple Suede, 100 ml. $310 a bottle. Yo, you're in some tough competition there, mate. You are. Like, you could get ombre leather parfum, which is, you know, less than that. Yeah, and this isn't like super duper much better than that. No, 310 bucks. You can get yourself something from Boadicea the Victorious. You know those. Oh no, no way. But like, yeah, seriously, I'd probably rethink it. And in terms of presentation, I mean, it's simple, but like if you're competing in the same price range as Xerjoff, for example, you're really not going to. I don't think so. But yeah, the scent itself is really nice. But so if you do get a good deal on it or something like that, then yeah, try it out. But I'm sure like you can buy samples of this as well from their website. So that's Purple Suede. That's the one I've been talking about. Purple Suede by Goldfield and Banks. I'm getting distracted here. I'm looking at the chat at the same time. Hey, Brazil, hey? Let me catch up with some of these chats. Fragrance recommend. If you want a better version of Fahrenheit, Portrayal Man. I think I've got enough Fahrenheit to last me for a while, actually. and probably Amouage might be a bit more beastly, a more beastly version of Fahrenheit. Speaking of Fahrenheit. What a fantastic segue, because this is something I picked up a partial of, because ever since I finished my old bottle and I got really desperate and actually bought a small sample, and I went through that really quickly as well. And I picked, and for the life of me, I didn't pick up any backups of this. So I was glad that somebody was selling it, but it's not much. It's only about 10 mil. It's this one right here. It's Fahrenheit Absolute. As you can see, there's really not that much of it left in here. I don't even want to spray it because I'll only spray this on my skin. As a matter of fact, I will spray it on myself tonight. This will be my scent. Oh, this is that sweet spot between regular Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit parfum. I love this stuff, absolutely, and I can see myself finishing this and then going, fuck, finished it. What's the next bottle? It's a 400 bucks now or something like that. It's stupid, but love this. Great. I get lost in this scent. The myrrh, I'm a big fan of myrrh in fragrances, and they've just done a fantastic job in. You can still smell the Fahrenheit original DNA in here, and you can still get that sort of segue into the booziness that you get in the Fahrenheit parfum, but this one just with the myrrh just makes it so comforting, cozy, smoky, resinous, warm, mysterious, all of that good shit. And the bottle, man, wish I had more of it, but I don't. So fantastic, love this stuff. Fahrenheit Absolute. If you come across it, don't hesitate. I don't usually recommend people to run out and get stuff, but it's just they must have fucked up like that. You can't have it. I mean, unless you're like a huge fan of the original Fahrenheit, then maybe you won't think that this is as good. But I think this is my favorite out of the lineup, and I have the original formulation and the parfum and this, and I've smelt a few of the others, but I don't consider them to be true Fahrenheit DNA carriers. These are probably the closest ones. Ooh, yeah, mango lime's good. Goldfield in Brazil, very expensive. It's expensive in the US too. Yeah, well, shit. Maybe you're feeling some of the pain that I'm feeling, because when we get fragrances from Europe and the States, because there's not too many people in Australia that are making fragrances, which is actually a pretty good topic, because the next fragrance that I'm going to pull up is actually made right here. As in not right here. I'm not making it, not yet. Right here in Melbourne. And this is made by a perfumer called Race Fort, and the house name is Fort and Manley. And you see, it's made in Melbourne, And this fragrance of theirs is called Amber Absolutely. Now they've and they all came in like these really cool bottles, like so. And take it out of there, and it comes with like a metal plaque on the front, right? All their bottles were like this, but they've just recently revamped all their bottle shapes, because maybe making an elaborate sort of metal plaque like this costs a bit of money, because it's got, so this one, it's a big thick metal plaque as well, and it's got like a bit of a poem in there, and it's got Arabic at the top. It's an extrait de parfum. It's got a bit of Arabic on the top, which basically, and I can't read Arabic. That's why I used to be able to read Arabic, but I can't read Arabic anymore. But it says, when I was drowning, she became my air. In the cold, she became my warmth. In the dark, she became my light. Fantastic, little poetry in here. And this is supposed to be amber at its best from Fort and Manley. To say that this is a weird fragrance would be an understatement. It's a bit strange, because you smell it out the cap, yeah, and you get amber, like proper amber, and you also get rose. I get rose. I get like a bit of a spicy rose, some cleanliness to it as well. It's a bit of soapiness going on as well, and there's musk here as well going on. And it's great for when you spray it. And I'm gonna spray it. Where's my card? Here's my card. I'm back, baby. There you go. Bang. Oh yeah. I should have been in radio. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's spray this guy on. I look, this is a 50 ml bottle, and I've been wearing the shit out of this since I got it. I got this a couple of weeks ago. And really good. Really, really good. Like, you get the, it's really weird as well, because you get the amber, I get the rose, which again, if you know me, if you've watched any of my videos, I fucking hate rose fragrances. I don't like jammy rose. Candied rose, jammy rose, not my thing, right? There's some fragrances that do rose so well, and it's usually when it's not in your face, like it's not the main player. If it's in the background supporting, that's fine. Again, as long as it's not a jammy candied rose. But this one, it's a slightly spicy rose. It's supported by musk in the back, and that amber all the way through. And it's almost like a liqueur. It's almost like a port wine, like a grandfather port wine liqueur kind of sort of smell from far away. Like anywhere from like far away, like from the card, it's fine. But when you spray it on skin and you get the sillage, that's what you get. But you bury your nose in there, and it smells like what? This is how you know if it's a real amber or not. Because when you bury your nose in an amber fragrance, it smells like an old wardrobe. It smells like your grandparents' wooden wardrobe. That's what it smells like when you dig your nose in there. And even that is pleasant. And even that's pretty good. And I don't mind that at all. I'm going to chuck this over here and write down Amber Absolutely. AA. Amber Absolutely. Love it. Amber Absolutely. Let me show it again by Fort and Manley. Again, like I said, this is the old style bottle. The new style bottles look different. They also look pretty good, but I think I prefer the old ones. They had like this sort of, almost like a gothic sort of thing going on with it as well. Yeah, Montal Intense Cafe. Yeah, no. Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, not my thing. Actually, I don't have any Montal, and I don't have any Mancera. Everything that I've smelled of, and I went to my friend, I don't know if you guys know that there's a tiny little shop in a suburb here in Melbourne called Noble Park. Noble Park Okay, whenever you get a suburb that's called something fantastic, it's usually not a great suburb. Noble Park, when I was growing up, was the playground for a gang called 3174, because that's the postcode of Noble Park. These guys ran riot in this place, and Noble Park wasn't the safest place to go, and it still isn't. But respect to that dude, Harun, Mr. Perfumista. I went to his shop. He's got a ton of fantastic, hard to find, exquisite niche, top tier niche fragrances in there. He's got your rojas, he's got your bodicias, he's got that oud oil, or that has 80 different kinds of oud in it. And he's got pretty much anything and everything that your heart's desires. And he does decants of them. And sometimes he sells bottles as well. So check him out. He's at Noble Park Station, just on the corner. Forgot. Douglas Street? Douglas Street. That's the place. And he's got a wall full of Mancera and Montales. And I went there and I thought, you know what? Let me give these a try. Bang, 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 bang. None of them. None of them. They all have this, I want to punch you in the face with fragrance kind of attitude towards them, which is great if that's what you're after, but maybe it just was my mood that day and I wasn't really feeling any of them. So yeah, if I get a chance to, visit him again and try those again, I'll probably give it a try again. I don't write things off on the first go. So where are we at? What have we done so far? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Last one. 10. Special. Really special. Very, very special. Here we go. This was on my list, God, for the longest time. And this is one that I had to save up for. And convince myself that, yes, it's worthy as a blind buy, because it's just seemed to me like a ridiculous notion. And I knew that it's not going to be the most wearable fragrance in the world. And it is what you call a soliflor. Soliflor is the word that you would describe. It's like a soli means one, flora means floral. So it's a one flower, which basically in fragrance, it means that it is a one note fragrance. And this note in this fragrance is ambergris. Ambergris is whale vomit. And this one contains fossilized ambergris, apparently. Even though it says it contains only ambergris, I do not believe that that is true, because I think that you can't, it cannot have that many facets. One note cannot have that many facets. And when you talk about ambergris or amber, it's interchangeable sometimes, but some people refer to the amber as the labdanum, the labdanum goop. Like labdanum as a fragrance note, like this sort of thick goop, and that's usually what's referred to as amber sometimes, or ambergris, or ambrette seed. I think that's different. But anyway, I'm waffling, but I'm gonna show you what this is. Okay. Boom. This is Ohira by Stephane Humbert Lucas 777. And this is a bit of ridiculousness on my part, but this was on my list for the longest time. There's the bottle itself. It sits here, and it's a 50 ml. It's an eau de parfum, funnily enough, but it says haute concentration. Bottle goes like this. Oh, it's very reflective. Is it gonna focus if I put it here like that? Oh, it's got my fingerprints all over it. It's a bit terrible, but man, this fragrance is a journey into just, it's like, I freaked out. I wore it, I put it on my hand. As soon as I received it, I just ripped it open and I went like that. And I'm smelling it and I'm like, right. So now I'm getting, so at the start I was like, oh yeah, amber, but it's more sawdust, and then there was molasses, and then there was liqueur, and then there was berries, and then there was like licorice, and I'm just it took me through the whole gamut of what it was, and that's why I'm not sort of all that believing the story that there is only one note in here. There's got to be something else in here, like, and this stuff's not cheap, and look, I've put a bit more of a dent in it as I've been testing it out, and I've only put like one spray at a time. No, I lie. I did actually just do the whole arm the other day. But now all I can smell is Fahrenheit Absolute, which, wow, great. But this is on a whole other level. I am thinking of what occasions that I could rock this, and I thought to myself, where the hell do you wear something like this? It's almost like an art piece. You know what I mean? It's something that you would just sit there and keep smelling yourself, going, oh, there's something else that I've noticed. Oh, there's something else that I've noticed. And it's not a huge projecting sort of thing. It does last a very long time, by the way. Ambers don't really tend to last all that long, but like in terms of if you compare them against things like oud fragrances, whatever, or vanilla ones, but it just seems to just last for a very long time. Oh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, love it, absolutely. So that's on my list. That's knocked off my 2022 list, and that's it. That's the 10 that I had thought about speaking about. I've got more on my desk that I've been spritzing and getting back into. I don't want to see it. Let's see what else. I got some old Freshies as well here that I might talk about since we're all here. Might as well. Got this one right here, which here we go. Ralph Lauren's Romance for Men. Another good one from 1999 that was discontinued. And I think the top notes on this one have started to fade, but once it gets to the mids, it's okay. And I think this is the second bottle. My old bottle turned as well, and so I bought this one as a partial. And when I got it, I was like, it's starting to do the same thing as my old bottle, but at least the mids and the base is salvageable. This actually did get reformulated, and this is the reformulated version. If you can see, or if you can make it out, this one actually says Luxury Fragrances LLC or something like that on it. It's Ralph Lauren Fragrances Luxury Products LLC is the distributor. There was an older version of this with, I think, sort of darker juice, which if you have the box or the bottle or whatever, you can check the bottom of, and that one is the Cosmere version. I don't know if the scents are different. I do have my faith that the Cosmere version is better, because all my experiences, they have been a better distributor for Ralph Lauren than when they switched to this luxury products LLC. But yeah, that's one that I picked up recently as well to get it back in. And whilst I had some Freshies out, I copped this as well. Let's see what you guys know about this one. Live Jazz. Yeah. Mint. Some cool mint. It is of its time, but it's something that I think is still all right. I mean, I wore it the other day. I wore it this week, actually. It wasn't too bad. I didn't think that, when I first sprayed it on, I was like, maybe I just went anosmic to it right away, but I was like, I can't get anything here except for perfumer's alcohol. But maybe it hadn't been sprayed for a very long time. And once that happens, like when you don't spray something for a very long time, the actual juice that's in the straw in the fragrance tends to turn, because I guess that's more exposed to the oxygen that you're introducing from the actual nozzle itself. So once you get that out of the way, then the juice that's in the bottle starts to go up the nozzle, and you start to actually get the real fragrance that hopefully hasn't spoiled. And probably the last one, the real last one, because this is sort of getting on a bit now. It's almost like an hour. I feel like Ramsey now. Jesus. I don't know how he does the fucking 3-hour videos. Fucking that guy. Anyway, the last one, which I don't think I've heard of anybody talk about ever, as a matter of fact. I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this, as a matter of fact. I don't think I've even seen a review of it, ever. Not even like classic sort of vintage hunters or anything like that have this, and I'm surprised because it is a fantastic fragrance. It's an awesome fragrance. It's the first commercially made unisex fragrance. It's from 1975, and it's from the only innovator. It's from the only innovator of fashion and beauty that we've had since young Chanel. When young Coco Chanel came, she revolutionized shit in fashion and beauty. And nobody did it as well as her until Yves Saint Laurent came into the scene. And Yves Saint Laurent just absolutely flipped everything on its head. And their fragrance division has so many fucking hits. It's unbelievable. And starting from his first fragrance that he released for men in 1971, which was Yves Saint Laurent Pour Homme, which legend has it that was his actual scent that he had made just for him, but he released it, and if you remember, the posters of it was just him naked. This is me. You're wearing me now. It was a pretty daring thing to do. Back in the day in 1971, but 4 years after that, he released this one right here. This is called, I don't know if you can see it. It's called Eau Libre. Jesus, focus here. Eau Libre by Yves Saint Laurent. And it means free water of freedom, or something like that. Libre, liberation, eau, water of liberation. Yeah, something like that. Phenomenal scent. The most interesting part about this is its atomizer, which I'm going to show you right now what it actually does, because this is like an aerosol can sort of atomizer, in that if you just press it and hold it down, it'll just keep on spraying stuff. It's not like a psst, psst, like that. You just hold it down. I'm just going to get it in focus. Like this, and then spray. And like, I've just wasted a ton of juice here. And everything on this side now smells great. But I've not come across anything like this ever in my entire life. And I don't know why there's not that much talk about this. Fucking awesome scent. Oh, God. Eau Libre. Very, very unknown kind of fragrance from Yves Saint Laurent. His second men's release. And, it wasn't men's, it was unisex. It was the first unisex, commercially available unisex fragrance. And even the advertising for this in 1975 had black models, like I seen a black man and a black woman, was the advertising for this. And if you think about 1975 Europe and all that, that's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal, for to be like being the face of Yves Saint Laurent's big new fragrance. So yeah, he was an innovator, man. Yves Saint Laurent was the last great innovator of fashion and beauty, and this is probably up there. It's one of the best. So there we are. That's it. That's my thing for tonight. thank you all for joining me. Love the comment section. You guys have been awesome. What's up, Hannibal? See you there. Yeah, so thanks again for joining me. Actually, did I say I was going to come back to do the dry downs on all of these? This is Victor and Rolf. Yeah, throw that away. Yuck. Amber, absolutely. Oh yeah, wooden cupboard with rose and soapiness in there as well. Pomelo Riviera. The Pomelo is still there, but it's slowly turning into CK2 for men. And citrus Buttikanga. Can't smell it anymore. Oops. That's gone under the couch. All right, I can't smell it anymore, so it's disappeared. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I'll probably do some more in-depth sort of videos on some of these fragrances, not all of them, coming up shortly, and a bit more philosophical at that. So, yeah. Thank you very much for staying up late with me if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, and for those in the Northern Hemisphere, good morning from the future. Okay, have a great night, and as always, thanks for watching. And now I need to figure out what button to press to end this stream. Maybe the big red one that says end stream. Your stream will stop immediately, and you'll know that's what I want to do. Good night.